All right.
All right, tell us about Afroman, nigga.
This Afroman situation is one of the craziest things I've ever heard of.
Oh yeah, if you don't know, Afroman, they busted his house, stole all the stuff, kicked everything, broke everything. He got mad, made a record about him. Then they tried to sue him for making records about him and teasing him and everything.
Nah, son, you gotta go back. Afroman's dude. What was the song he had back in the day?
Come on, man, I sing it every day. Because I got high.
And in this video, we're gonna break down the entire situation, as well as why Afroman needs to watch his back and why his troubles is not over. But we'll also discuss why this Afroman situation is a victory for all creators out there, and it's really bad news for all the bad faith actors on YouTube and in this world who think they can abuse the court system against innocent people expressing themselves. Out of all the bad faith actors on the internet, Corey Holcomb is who needs to watch this video the most. He's the one who's threatening to sue creators and sending cease and desist because he don't like to be critiqued and criticized.
Talking in the safety of where you at. That's why I sent the cease and desist, so I know where you at. This is
Cease and desist, like Steph Curry.
chess. This is not checkers. To handle your business, you got to go through the court. It's called serving them with a cease and desist to let them know. Listen, this gone too far. So once you know for sure they get that, it justifies other things you may or may not have to do.
I hope you're watching this, Corey, because this Afroman situation just put a huge dent in your plans.
Because Corey wants to sue Flacco for making him
Right.
because he made him sad because he teased him. And that's basically what Afroman did to the police.
Basically.
Okay, it's not going to be as sweet as you think, okay? So the Afroman situation that played out this week actually began a couple of years ago when Afroman's home was raided. Now, Afroman would tell Vlad TV that he believes the police officers were coming to kill him.
Okay, but the paperwork for the raid said drug trafficking, which I guess you could make somewhat of a argument, like a fuzzy argument for it, but it also said kidnapping.
Yes.
So who did you kidnap?
Exactly. Right. Probably somebody's cheeseburger if they wasn't looking. Or they blunt if they left it laying around.
That Afro wig now, right? Got to be.
Nah, man.
Got
My
to be.
bitch joint just got the dye in it.
No, that's a wig, son. You can't see none of the base. Nothing, no edges at all.
Like a big chip
nowhere. Nowhere.
I what I'm realizing is sometimes they will lie just to get into your property. Sometimes you'll be watching 48 Hours and they'll be like, knock on the door, say your UPS. They play little games, you know what I'm saying?
You can tell by the ears.
I think they just wrote that down on the warrant just to intensify it and give themselves the power to come on my property.
Is that a piece of fried chicken on a necklace?
Oh, yeah. He's all that.
That's a piece of fried, that's a fried wing on a necklace?
Golden fried wing. Shit, somebody in this house right now got one of those.
Man.
Hot wing. It's not golden, but it's like a little.
Yeah.
And he got some Swisher Sweets. Look, 2 for $1.29.
Yo, your man is wild. Afroman, wow. I like him.
Yeah. I ain't got no beef with Afroman. He one of the funny rappers. What happened to the funny rappers? Remember that? Used to be a rapper just clowning, just having some fun.
On some Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah. Now everybody's a gangster.
I really don't know. I'm guessing like everybody else. I don't know where I'm too lazy to kidnap. I got high. I'm not kidnapping nobody, man. You know, chick don't like me. I don't like you neither. But, you know, I ain't kidnapping you. You know what I'm saying? Driving no cargo vans in front of Walmart and abducting people.
Okay, so were you home when it happened?
I wasn't.
You were. Okay, so how many cops actually showed up to your house?
I believe they had, it's going to be in the 7-8 range. Okay. It's a little small town. The whole precinct was at my house.
And get this, there are probable cause to go to this man home. Home with guns. The entire precinct is there, breaking down his gate, breaking down his door. Their probable cause was a drug addict informant told them that Afroman be kidnapping people and trafficking drugs. Like, that was their probable cause. The word of this drug addict career criminal, which is absolutely insane. And obviously when they showed up, nothing like that was going on. There was no kidnapped victims, and he ultimately wasn't charged. But Afroman believes that they knew this all along. They knew he wasn't doing this. They knew he was a musician. They knew he was a successful rapper. And they only came for blood.
And your door getting kicked down, and your house getting torn apart.
Yeah.
You get charged with 0.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they wanted to just try to kill me by accident in the raid. You know, like, let's be honest, you know, dude.
That's terrible.
They wanted me to sneeze or the wind to blow the wrong way. Wanted me to pop up in my underwear holding the remote control to the TV so they can blame, you know, the remote and say, that's a pistol. I thought my partner's life was in, you know, all of that and then nothing. But they had to run around with pistols and stuff, you know. It's a mind game, you know. Cop opportunist, he don't like you. He pull you over, you know, traffic. Hands up, out of the vehicle, search you. Woo, 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 woo. Give you a warning. So you start off as a 187 suspect and work your way back to a civilian's traffic citation.
Right. Did he do something or not? Leave him alone.
He was violated. Them folks came to my crib, broke everything, and they're telling me they can't pay for it. They embarrassed me with the raid. My neighbors think now I'm this like hardened criminal. So once the police violate you, you have very few options for recourse. Very few. You can't sue them individually. They got immunity, right? They won't arrest themselves. So Afroman got revenge how he felt like he could, which is making songs about it and putting them on blast through the songs.
Make them hit records. I don't know about hits, but
I know about hit.
They did well on YouTube and stuff. You know, he got his money.
Now, we obviously can't play the songs due to copyright, but Afroman will drop several songs that did millions of views. This one did 9.7 million views 3 years ago, where he showed the raid, he showed the cops involved. You know, he had multiple songs where he named these cops individually who were involved in violating
That's why I went crazy.
In a manner in which they did. So instead of apologizing, giving him the little money it would take to fix his door and fix his gate, and avoiding him dropping the music that got millions of views and embarrassed them in perpetuity, they decided that the best course of action would be to sue him. Sue him for victimizing him.
Crazy, right?
This outfit represents the freedom of speech.
New tonight, rapper Afroman is speaking.
She want to do it to Afroman.
Yeah.
It's crazy to try to sue him because he even said anything.
He pulled a Don King. You see the suit?
Yeah. You got to remind him. It's America, baby.
It's America, baby.
It's America. Black or not, I'm still a citizen.
Out ahead of his trial this month.
This suit just made me smile. He is being sued by Adams County Sheriff's deputies for using a video of them raiding his home in 2022 in one of his music videos.
Afroman filed his own counterclaims against the officers, but a judge recently dismissed those claims without a hearing.
In an interview you'll only see right here on Fox 19 now, Alexis Martin sat down with Afroman to talk about the raid, the lawsuit, why it was thrown out, and what happens next.
This all started in August of 2022 when Adams County deputies raided the rapper's home, causing significant damage. Afroman says he turned that experience into music, using his own security footage from the raid in a music video to help pay for the repairs. Now he says the lawsuit against him isn't just about the money. He believes it's a violation of his freedom of speech.
The guy started laughing and waggling his head. He goes, "We're not required to do that." And they were unapologetic.
Afroman used his own security footage from the raids in a music video to make money to pay for the damages sustained to his home.
I got freedom of speech, and then I used my personal life to write my music. I was going to clean my room, but then I got out. Will you help me repair my gate? Will you help me repair my door? I'm singing about what actually happened to me.
Deputies who appear in the video are now suing the rapper for the damages caused by their faces being in the videos.
Hey, we raid your house, we steal your money, we disconnect your cameras. Now we need to sue you for saying something about it.
Afroman filed a countersuit for the damages to his home and Judge Jonathan Hines dismissed those charges in February.
They dismissed all of my claims with the click of a mouse in some little office somewhere without a hearing.
Afroman believes this lawsuit violates his free speech rights as an American and as a working artist in the United States.
These fools actually took this to trial, and I felt like trial for them was more embarrassing than the actual music video.
Right.
Right? Like, one dude...
Really, he been done dirty like 3 different ways.
No doubt.
It seems like they just don't like him. I live in a small town, and
Yeah.
like, who's this black ass?
He's right. Come through in
Rapper,
6'4"
50s.
Impalas.
Exactly.
Right.
Probably the friendliest rapper you'll ever meet, ever. He just feel
Laid back, won't smoke weed, chill.
well spoken.
Right.
I know that matters to you, white people.
Sued for defamation, right? Because Afroman said something about like a receding hairline and methamphetamine. But then they asked dude when
They're gonna make me
took the
listen to this
stand,
song.
what about you having a receding hairline as defamation? Because he sued for defamation and the methamphetamine. So he asked, okay, what about him saying you got a receding hairline is defamation? And when you watch him on the stand, you would understand perfectly why him suing for defamation is ridiculous.
Receding hairline or dipshit refers to, please?
I'm sorry?
What private fact of yours does that refer to?
I mean, there's a picture of me, and see here, talking about.
You got a receding hairline. It's receded.
That's facts.
See, I wouldn't trust him with methamphetamine crack ass alone in my house.
So
I find that pretty insulting.
So that statement is what you're suing on?
Well, no. I told you this is one of many.
Well, and that's why we're
Well,
trying
give
to
me the
find-
many.
Trying to make it singular. I'm telling you, it's not singular. It's plural.
Okay. What else you got?
And so one of them is dipshit, one is receding hairline,
Yep.
and the other is meth head.
Yes.
Is there any more?
I love it because you gotta keep saying it to you.
It's
You
actually,
dipshit.
yeah. And Afro Man sitting up the front with a cane. Just, big dumbass Afro.
American flag.
Well, when you sitting there making accusations against the organization that I, at that time, was working for, destroying community trust, all based off of a lie.
Oh, it's for the police
That's what
department.
ultimately stopped.
And that's
Destroying
community trust
trust.
in the Adams County Sheriff's Department, correct?
Yes.
Let's go back to what was plaintiff's exhibit 5.
Okay.
I unfortunately don't do technology very well. But this was plaintiff's exhibit 5. You said this was referring to you. Where's your picture in this?
I said, you asked me earlier.
Where's your picture?
No.
He's sweating.
You
You
asked
see the
me
sweat on
earlier.
his arm?
The witness answer the question.
Okay.
You can clarify that there's read.
Okay. Okay.
Is your picture in this post?
No.
Is that a picture of your father?
Yes.
So this actually pertains more to your father than you.
Correct.
He was just thirsty to be included. Like, like he was just thirsty. Yo, Afroman post something, oh, no. That sounds like it's about me. But you can't sue on behalf of your father. Like, that's not how that works, all right? If he's dissing your father, he's dissing your father. But that's not defamation, right? Like, he can insult y'all all he wants. That's
Right.
not defamation. And
It's
you
America,
don't have
baby.
a receding hairline. Another officer tried to put on an Oscar-worthy performance, but it wasn't Oscar-worthy at
What a face. What a face.
Right.
all. It was pretty bad. She started crying.
Like she got a mouthful of cinnamon.
tears when they were playing a song that Afroman made about her. Now, obviously, this is Cap. Obviously, she was only, being theatrical so she could convince the jury that she was really affected by this. Is all BS,
I'm
man.
definitely gonna listen
And
to this
another
already.
officer
Yes.
claimed that his marriage ended due to what Afroman said about him publicly. But then the ex-wife took the stand and said that's a lie, right? Our marriage
Damn.
did not end, nor was it ever affected because of what Afroman posted about this.
He
Damn.
was cheating and wouldn't bring home his checks.
With her.
Right. What that got to do? Right. With this ugly bro. What that got to do with damn Afroman?
So, Ms. Grooms, has Mr. Foreman's posts about Sean or any of the general posts about the Adams County Sheriff's Department as a whole affected your life any at all?
No.
Would you believe it would have affected your life while you were married to Sean?
Yeah.
If it had any effect, I guess that would be the time it would have an effect.
But as his spouse, you would have expected it.
Yes.
Okay. And I don't want you to go into too many details, But is it fair to say that Mr. Foreman, the posts about the police department, everything had not a damn thing to do with your relationship between you and Sean and why it came to an end?
No, it did not.
See, that's an ex-wife. So even if it was true, she ain't gonna lie.
She's going.
Yeah.
She with Afroman.
But how could it though?
Yeah.
He said something so disrespectful. It just tore a rip.
One of them may say he did it to the dude's wife. Is this the wife that he did it to? Afroman might have beat his wife.
Right. Even if he did say that, nobody believes that.
Oh no, man.
He's Afroman.
So
Right.
the posts never affected your life, never affected your marriage?
No.
Okay. So any statement to the contrary would be false?
Yes.
I love me a petty queen, man. Susan took that stand and said,
Called
you
her
ain't
petty
getting $1 on my watch. You think you about to go to court and win millions off of my pay to something? You ain't getting $1 on my watch. This is amazing, man. Now, obviously, because of all of this, right, Afroman was found not guilty on all charges of defamation and pain and suffering. He was found not guilty, man. It's just ridiculous.
Had a countersuit.
That they dragged this man to this court, bruh.
He should have.
Right, but ultimately,
They dismissed it right away.
No, he had a countersuit. I think he sued them and won.
No,
because they messed up his house and all that.
Yeah, but he sued for that, and then earlier in the thing they said that the judge in a little back room just dismissed this whole thing.
Let's see it.
Let's see. Hope he did get some money though.
They can abuse the system.
At least have to pay for his
Corey,
legal fees.
Right.
Right. You can't just abuse the system. You can't just make up defamation claims. You're a public figure. The bar for defamation is so high, that for you to even go down this angle of trying to make threats and trying to go to court for defamation and trying to
This directed towards Corey.
Right, yeah, he
it's all
said.
bad faith actors. Let Afroman be a warning to you. You guys are not gonna use the court system to intimidate people out their First Amendment right. And this is what this was about. This was about Afroman First Amendment being violated by crooked police officers who already violated his rights by raiding his house off the statements.
Said he stole the money,
of like
broke
a
his door.
drug addict, hardened criminal who was trying to get a break. So she lied on Afroman and claimed he was kidnapping people.
Sided with the rapper Afroman in the civil lawsuit filed against him by Adams County deputies. WCPO 90's reporter Jay Shakur is live outside the courthouse tonight. This verdict, Jay, was read right about 30 minutes ago, and you spoke to Afroman as he was leaving. What's his reaction?
What's your reaction, Afroman?
That's right. Afroman had a very emotional reaction. The jury, as you mentioned, siding with the rapper Afroman, whose real name is Joseph Foreman. In this case, here's video from inside the courtroom as this case went on. During closing arguments, the attorney representing the deputies in this case claimed Afroman intentionally lied about and defamed the deputies in his songs, but Afroman's attorneys maintained throughout this trial it is his right to say what he wants to say. This goes back to 2022 when Afroman's home was raided following search warrants related to possession and trafficking in drugs and kidnapping. Though he was never charged, the attorneys
they hate this now.
say Afroman used security video from the raid on his home and put it in a music video using deputies' likeness without permission. Again, this jury in Adams County finding he did not defame those deputies.
Yeah, because that's not illegal. If you in somebody's house, you can film them.
Yeah.
You can film them. What the hell? And if you in public, you can film them.
No doubt.
Yeah.
This is Afroman speaking directly after that verdict.
I didn't win. America won. America still has freedom of speech. It's still for the people, by the people.
I ain't about to spark one up.
Afroman
That's his pregnant girlfriend.
This fight was bigger
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah, I don't think she's pregnant though.
than him.
I'm gonna tell Afroman this, bro. You won, but get out that county.
Yeah. Yeah.
And leave that county.
Yeah, you need to roll.
The police don't lose, bro. They don't take L's, bro.
No.
I know people who got exonerated on a murder case, came home, and the police found a way to get them back in jail on another case.
Look at OJ.
Yep.
Anyway, let's see what this thing is like, and we out of here, yo.